Hi, thanks for joining me today on my channel. This is Discovering My Money, and we're talking about budgeting today. Still on the basic side. One of the things that I think everybody should include in their budget, an emergency fund. And I was just talking to a young lady the other day. She's like, I don't want to put money here because, you know, what if I need it again, and so on and so forth. Well, there are ways to take your money, not invest it, but still have some earnings going on while you're holding it there. An emergency fund is actually more necessary than anyone realizes. And I personally have experienced it in a way that, you know, I'd really, if I could, I'd kick myself in the head because I should have known better when it happened, and it still hit me. So an emergency fund really cannot be emphasized enough. Now, you might be like, why should I take advice from somebody who didn't have an emergency fund and got caught without one? Well, I'm telling you from experience, that's an important factor. Now, if you're rich, you got lots of job options, your family has money, maybe it doesn't matter to you. Maybe you think, I don't need it. That's fine, make your own choices. But for any of you who are, you know, at a job where you're living paycheck to paycheck and your job certainty is a little unclear, and you don't have anyone you can rely on if everything goes south, well, yeah, emergency fund, very necessary. Now, I'm lucky I was able to scramble and find my way out of it, so I'm not living on the street, but, you know, you still have to consider how is it affecting your life. So here's the thing with an emergency fund. They say 3 to 6 months, depending on who you're talking to, is how much you should have. But if it costs you $3,000 to live, that's $9,000 to $15,000. Sorry, $9,000 to $18,000. My math is apparently not that good this morning. That you're just having sit there. Now, who can do that? Well, nobody. But here's the thing: start small with your emergency fund. Start putting money away you can, but find an account that's going to be helpful. So I use Wealthsimple as my main account, but if you have a different main account, get Wealthsimple, get their cash account, and right now they're at 4%. Now, I believe it's going to stay at 4% as long as the Bank of Canada doesn't change their rates. But that's a pretty decent amount for money that's just sitting there that you want to have accessible, that you don't want locked into some investment. So emergency fund, cash account. I'm using Wealthsimple. Find an account that works for you. I'll have a link down below for Wealthsimple. If it works for you, use it. If you sign up, put money in there, we both get a reward. This is not a promotion for Wealthsimple. They didn't pay me to do it, but I use them and I like them. And that is the way to go, is have the emergency fund making money for you. Now, the thing with Wealthsimple is you can also use that money as a main account. So if you do that, then you might need a different account, but you need to find some place to stash that emergency fund. Just start by putting $25 a month away. It's all you need to do, and get yourself set up. Trust me, if you end up in a situation where things go south, you're going to want that emergency fund. All right, join me for my next video. Click subscribe and like so you can follow along, and pass this on to anybody who is wondering, should I have an emergency fund? Maybe this will convince them. Maybe it won't. It wasn't a lot of convincing going on, because it's not my job to convince you. It's just to present you with options for your budget. And hopefully this helps you in deciding how to budget your money. Take care.